I will talk specifically about the 13 chapters of Sun Tzu's Art of War. Chapter 1. Ji, Calculations. The first chapter is called Ji in Chinese. Even most Chinese people get the first word wrong in their understanding of Art of War, and the translators are included. They think Ji is just about stratagems, because there's another ancient Chinese book on warfare called 36 Ji, or in English, 36 stratagems. But they are not really stratagems. They are more like ploys. There are 36 big ideas to deceive your enemy. But in Art of War, Ji means to calculate. This is an issue in the Chinese language, particularly in traditional Chinese. Ji has three meanings. One is ideas, second is plans, and the third is calculations. Why do people regard it as ideas? Because everyone wishes to have a great idea, and a book like Art of War may have a lot of great ideas, more than 36. That's why we read it. But the first thing I'd like to share with you is these ideas are not important in Art of War, and I'm not a big fan of the book 36G. I don't like it. As I said just now, Art of War teaches us to avoid wars, not fight in them, because a war has great risks. When we think about winning a war, we must calculate if we can win. If we are sure we will win, we may do it. If we are not sure, don't do it. This is the main idea behind Chapter 1. By the logic, first question, do or not to do. Second, the plan on how to do. And the third is the big idea. By the logic, the big idea is actually quite small. Napoleon also spoke about this calculation, saying that it was a mathematical problem that even Isaac Newton would have struggled with. What would have Sun Tzu's attitude been towards this exceedingly difficult mathematical problem? I think he would have said, since you find this difficult, it proves that the chances of winning are not obvious. If it's not obvious, don't do it. In business, there is a term called risk appetite. Sun Tzu's appetite for risk was very low. Napoleon's appetite for risk, on the other hand, was obviously much higher. Ladies and gentlemen, think about your own risk appetite. My risk appetite is very low. If your risk appetite is low, you will like the book, Sun Tzu's Art of War. If you are a person with a high risk appetite, you don't really need to learn from Art of War. Sun Tzu's calculations. What are the calculations? The calculations make comparisons between us and the enemy in 5 aspects. These 5 aspects are the Tao, the heaven, the geography, the general, and the legal system. First, the Tao. Tao is one of the most important words in Chinese culture. It means the law of things, the moral law. In the book, Sun Tzu only uses one sentence to explain the Tao. He said, the Tao is to make people agree with the Lord. This means that if the whole nation supports the war, you have the Tao. So, Tao means unity. There's another saying in Sun Tzu's Art of War. Success comes when leaders and followers share the same goal. Entrepreneurs should learn the first idea of Sun Tzu's Art of War, which is to have the staff and the boss align in one mind. This is the first principle of the art of business. The second is heaven. Heaven is the time, the era, the trend, the international and domestic situation. Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the father of the Chinese nation, had a saying, the global trends are immense. Those who follow them will prosper. Those who go against them will perish. This is heaven.